Hi everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk About It with Kelly. I'm Kelly, this is my husband John. Hi.
Hi.
The topic today is top hair loss myths we hear every day. There's a lot of myths out there, eh John?
A lot of myths out there.
Okay, so let's just talk about a couple of them.
Okay.
Does wearing hats cause hair loss? Yes or no?
No.
It does not.
No.
Because that's a number one question, I think.
Helmets, hats, toques, bandanas. You're perfectly safe to wear those even if you're experiencing hair loss. It's not causing the hair loss.
Okay, perfect. Next one, can washing too often cause thinning? We kind of touched about that earlier, but does it?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Thinning hair is a process of genetics, mostly, where hair is miniaturizing. So certainly washing too often will not increase hair loss at all. The problem people run into is that if they start losing hair or start shedding hair, then they may stop washing their hair because they're afraid that if they wash their hair, they're going to lose more hair. So then they prove themselves right, because what happens is I'm going to wash my hair twice a week now. And then every time they wash it, there's more hair loss again.
Right.
Because you're letting it build up.
Big pile.
So then they think, oh my God, it's even worse than I thought. I better wash even less.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting worse. But the thing is, the shampooing is not causing the hair loss. The washing the hair is not causing the hair loss. And it doesn't cause scalp issues either. I mean, there could be some issues if you're using the wrong product too often, but that's very rare. That's very rare.
So that's a no.
That's a no.
That's a no. Does oils like rosemary truly regrow your hair? Now, this is a sensitive topic for you because you have your own beliefs on rosemary because there's not a lot of data.
Right.
But yes or no?
Well, I'm going to say no. Off the top of my head. Do you want an explanation of why I say no?
Yes, please, John. John, the trichologist.
Okay, so I get a lot of people come into my clinic who are using rosemary oil in various ways. Sometimes it's combined, sometimes it's on its own, sometimes they're spraying it, sometimes they're massaging it. But the vast majority of people who are using it, when I say, has it helped, say no. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the reason... I mean, even physicians, I've heard people say, oh, my doctor told me to try rosemary oil, which blows my mind. There was one study done.
Just one?
One study. There might be more now. But the one study that the physicians are referring to, there was a study where rosemary oil was compared to 2% minoxidil in a very low number of people. I think about 60 people or something. Mm-hmm. And they found that the results for rosemary and 2% minoxidil were similar. I have never seen anyone get any results from 2% minoxidil. So the results of rosemary oil are similar to the results of 2% minoxidil, which aren't very good.
Right.
So it's not a valid study. The numbers are too small. You're comparing it to an ineffective treatment. So, if you want to find out if rosemary oil works, you need to do a double-blind study that, involves hundreds of patients using 5% minoxidil, comparing it to 5% minoxidil, comparing it to finasteride, comparing it to treatments that really have proven good results.
Right.
Okay.
So people that say that rosemary oil has worked for them and their hair has grown back, is that a placebo effect?
Yeah, most likely.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next, is this myth or not? Does cutting hair make it grow thicker?
No, absolutely.
I heard that a lot.
Yeah. And people say shaving too. Don't shave, it'll come in thicker for women, right?
Right.
Well, if I was a woman, I wouldn't shave facial hair, but waxing obviously is going to damage the follicles and produce smaller hairs, but cutting hair does not cause it to grow thicker. Okay. Why some people think that is that if you do shave, say hair starts to grow, you shave it, it's not doing anything to the hair. It's still growing at its normal pace. Well, the thing is, hair often gets thicker as it grows, especially body hair.
Yeah.
As it grows, it gets thicker. So if you shave the thin part off, then it comes in thicker. It's just getting thicker because that's the normal growth pattern. It's not because you shaved it.
Okay, so that's a no.
It's a no.
That's a no. Are supplements a magic solution?
They're not a magic solution. They may be an appropriate solution in some cases. We often recommend saw palmetto because there's some research that suggests it may be helpful in reducing DHT, and even many urologists are recommending saw palmetto as a DHT blocker for benign prostate hyperplasia. So there's some appropriateness there. Often when we do our blood tests, our vitamin D levels are very low, so we just want to bring those back into line. So, vitamin D supplements, and usually most people should be taking them anyway, especially in these northern climates. And, if people have gut health issues, if people have, don't have great diets, then supplements certainly might be appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay, but they're not a magic cure.
They're not
for
a
hair
cure,
loss.
but it could be helping.
It can certainly be helpful in certain situations, so they'll often be recommended, absolutely.
Okay, so no to magic, but yes for a solution.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
gotcha.
A supplementary solution.
Alongside another treatment plan.
Yeah.
Can stress alone make you bald?
No. Stress won't make you go bald. Stress causes a telogen effluvium.
Yeah.
And in telogen effluvium, the hair sheds, but it grows back. Okay, so it doesn't shed and then rest until the stress is gone. It sheds and grows back right away. The shedding keeps going until the body adjusts to the stress, and then when the shedding stops, the hair is just regrowing normally. But with chronic telogen effluvium, or even short bouts of telogen effluvium, we don't see much thinning in terms of the way the top of the scalp looks.
Okay,
you might see less volume overall, but the thing is, the hair is growing in back right away on a normal cycle. So it sheds.
Right.
2 weeks later, a new hair is popping out. Okay, or 3 weeks. So this doesn't really thin out very much in the case of stress-related hair loss.
Okay.
Because the hair, if it's truly stress-related hair loss, the hair is growing back right away.
Why do myths spread so quickly? People want a miracle cure, I would assume.
Yeah,
right?
and I mean, well, now it's because, there's no limitations to communications around the world anymore. We can talk to anybody anywhere, and we do that every day for hours on the social networks. So because there's so much misinformation out there, news travels so fast. So there's a lot of misinformation out there, and people with hair loss are very upset, and they jump on it right away, and they want a solution right away, and they'll try just about anything. So anything they see,
almost become desperate.
Very desperate.
People,
very desperate.
So your advice would be to always speak to a professional
first, before you start any treatment. Absolutely.
Wonderful. What's the most harmful myth you've heard? This is the last question.
The most harmful myth.
Can you think of one?
Probably the derma stamping.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that before.
So it's a stamp, and they're stamping their.
Oh my God.
It must hurt. I've never done it, but I've seen scabbed up scalps from it.
Really?
Yeah. People injuring their scalp.
Okay, so the derma rolling on the scalp, or stamping.
Yeah, stamping's a little more aggressive than rolling.
Is a myth that people think it's going to work, but it does not work.
No.
It just damages your scalp.
Just damages your scalp.
Wow. Okay, you heard it here by the trichologist, John. That's wonderful, John. That's enough myths
for today.
Okay. Our next topic for our next episode is going to be dandruff versus psoriasis versus seborrheic dermatitis. This is one you don't want to miss. Very, very interesting. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Let's Talk About It with Kelly, and we'll see you next episode. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.